Christian from Ford Momentum. Here's my Lexus GS400, and this is episode 2. We're going to go around the exterior of the vehicle and talk about some of the modifications that I've performed. Some have worked and some have not. Either way, I'm going to go through them. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss all these episodes about the modifications on the Lexus GS300 and 400 series. All right, let's get to it. In my opinion, the back end of this vehicle is one of the best angles. That's not a modification, but let's talk about some things that I did do. You'll notice the spoiler is on the trunk lid, and that was actually a factory option that was installed on the vehicle prior to me owning it. So that's not a modification that I did. You'll notice that the Lexus symbol on the left and the GS400 emblem on the right are gone. Those are real easy to remove. You just use a heat gun and some care, and you can get those off with no problem. The license plate is missing right now just for obvious reasons. I don't run the car that way. The Lexus symbol in the center is black. It used to be gold. I'm just not a big fan of the gold look, so I did that. Now going down, you'll notice the exhaust tips on this vehicle are not stock. That was one of the first things I did. I actually installed them onto the stock mufflers. You can use slip-on screw type, or you can have them welded in. These, in fact, are tack welded in. They're actually mounted to Borla mufflers. If you want to see more on the Borla muffler thing, you can check out some of my other videos or my upcoming performance modification video. The last thing that is worth noting is this trailer hitch here. And some people might say, why in the world would you put a trailer hitch on a Lexus GS400? Well, I like to mountain bike, and mountain biking sometimes requires a place to put your bikes, and I like the racks that mount to trailer hitches so that the bikes sit in them instead of on the top of your vehicle. Those are the modifications from the rear of the vehicle, and now let's move along to the sides. Okay, so not many modifications to the side of the vehicle. I already covered the wheels and tires in episode 1, but one thing that I did not mention in episode 1 are the addition of these mud flaps. I'm not usually a huge fan of mud flaps, but these actually work. These are just cheap Napa mud flaps that are very plain, and I think they were $10 a pair. So they work. They don't allow the rock chips to get up under this rocker panel here in the rear. So I do like that. I run them on all 4, front and back, and that has been a decent modification. Aside from that, the only other thing worth noting would be the tint. This is 35% on the front, rear, and the back window. So I like that modification. One other thing worth mentioning on the sides is this pinstripe. I do not like pinstriping. This came on the vehicle. There really wasn't much I could do. I tried to remove it, but it didn't go so well. So if you do have a factory pinstripe, be super careful in trying to remove it because it ends up just looking like this. Not so good. One other modification that's sort of on the side of the vehicle, I guess you could say it's on the front, would be these clear side marker. These are like 12 bucks. I think I got them on eBay. I personally like that clear look with this vehicle. So that was another side/front end modification. Okay, next up is the front end of this vehicle, and you're gonna notice right away that I have plasti dipped the hood of this car and the front grille. And I do not like it, for the record, but the previous owner ran a bra on the car and it totally trashed the paint. So that's what I did. I've had it on there for 4 years, and I know the look is not for everyone. I would prefer not to have that look, but that's what I did, just because there was missing paint otherwise. The last modification to the front end of the vehicle would be these yellow fogs. I picked these up for around $40 on Amazon, and you can also get clear fogs, and if you want to go with the yellow look, you can add 3M transparent yellow. So I really like the yellow look because it doesn't look stock, but it's all to your preference. Anyway, these were a pretty good addition. Thank you so much for joining me here on episode 2, exterior modifications on the Lexus GS300 and GS400. Be sure to tune in and subscribe so that you don't miss episode 3, because we're going to start talking about suspension on these vehicles. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next episode.